Hi, Johan.
Hi.
Would you be kind enough to let us know what inspired you to do the climbing and to go to Mount Everest and all that?
Yeah. So climbing actually, Everest wasn't a dream of mine from my small days. But climbing is something that I used to do from my small days.
Oh.
I used to go with my father. It was my father who actually instilled this interest in me.
Yeah.
And he used to take me and go as a kid. And we used to go climbing. We used to find new places to go to. We used to go to different places. And that's how this whole thing got into me. And once I sort of got out of school,
Was that mainly done here in Sri Lanka?
everything we did was in Sri Lanka. But after I left school, then I thought I need to sort of take this. I need to explore a little bit more. I need to go, to other places and explore new places. So I started traveling around mainly in Asia and other areas around closer, and started climbing mountains around there and doing hikes and trekking and that whole thing. And then, of course, in 2010, I got together with a group here who was going to base camp, to Everest Base Camp. And then I, of course, decided to go to base camp. And once I went to base camp, and it was amazing. Even at that time, I didn't have any intention of going to climb Mount Everest. But in 2012, I went back to climb the ice mountain in the Himalayas called Island Peak. And once we did that, then I decided we need to go back to Everest.
Excuse me, have you had any kind of training before this climbing started?
So with these climbs that we do now, even at Island Peak when we went to the Himalayas, that was a part of our training as well. We took that as a part of our training, so we had to then do ice climbing techniques, rope techniques, and all that which you have to learn. And we are trained as we go along. And then, of course, did a bit of that. Then I went back to Kilimanjaro. I climbed Kilimanjaro as part of the whole practice. And in 2016, I went to climb Everest.
Can I interrupt you a little bit about this Himalayan climbing? Have you ever had any encounter with any Brahmin people, meditating people?
So actually, that happens in a different area. There are the forests and all that. So we don't go into the forest. There are certain parts that we go, and we have a set track that we go on. But when you go into the mountains, into certain parts of the mountains, there are places where you would go and you would find these rishis and people like they're meditating.
Okay.
Who are going into complete meditation. So you do find them there, but I haven't come across them. But of course, we pass a lot of meditation centers and monasteries, and we visited them. We even go and take up in their pujas, because that is a tradition that we do when you go to climb. You believe in, they believe, the Sherpas, they're all Buddhists, and they all believe that the gods live in the mountains, and we have to partake in their ceremony to actually get permission from their gods to go up there. So it's a whole ritual that you follow, and we become a part of it also, and I think we need to respect that and follow that when we go there. So it's very interesting. It's just not about the climb, it's about meeting the people, the culture, following the culture, the traditions, and becoming one with them before you actually take on the challenge. And that's one of the greatest experiences.
And from your experience and what you have seen, what kind of life do they spend in the Himalayan? Is it do they have from what I hear now they have even Wi-Fi in the Himalayas?
Yes, they do. So the Sherpa community is a community that has come down in history, and this has been a tradition of theirs. They do this for a living, and 2-3 generations they guide people on the mountains. The rest of the time they're into a lot of agriculture and farming and that side of it. But when during the season, they are guides that take you up, and they're the ones who help you get to the top and guide you right through the whole journey. Yes, so they actually, now the place has changed, it has developed a lot. There's Wi-Fi there in those areas, but still it has its remoteness and it has its own character to the place. So I think it's very interesting to go there and meet people, meet their villagers, go to the villagers, and be a part, be one with them, so that you learn about them and their traditions as well. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, thank you so much for telling us your story and how inspiration got you into doing these things. And I think it's so marvelous of you and people who do this to have such a lot of courage to do it. You need a lot of courage, I guess. I don't think I'll be able to do it, although I would like to do. I don't think my body has strength enough.
You've got to have
Yeah.
courage, of course, but you've also got to have the willpower and the
Yeah,
determination.
yes.
Yeah, you have to be really determined because it's very easy to give up. We always say that taking on a challenge like this, you really have to have mental strength more than the physical strength. Physical strength
Yeah,
is
yeah,
important,
yes,
but
yes.
mentally you've got to be strong as well.
Yeah.
And I think if you really make up your mind, of course, let me say to the kids and to everyone else, when you're chasing after our dreams, you'll come across so many obstacles and so many challenges that you'll face. One of the main things is time. All of us make excuses and say we have no time. But if you want to achieve something, and if you have a goal set upon you, I think the main thing is finding the time, making a commitment to do it, and with determination, you certainly will be able to achieve your dreams.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Johan.